Hurricane Helene has taken many lives on the southeast coast and many people are devastated.
A college housing crisis hits many students across the country, and Denton has made it in the top 3.
Halloween is around the corner and the perfect costume shop has made its way to the square just in time.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
And thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Deja Jackson.
And I'm Chris Goodwin. More than 120 people are dead and hundreds others are still missing. Days after Hurricane Helene hit the southeastern U.S., the storm has become one of the deadliest hurricanes to strike the mainland in the past 50 years. CNN's Laura Aguirre has the latest.
It's just really horrifying. It's sad because there's still people there that are really hard to get to.
Several communities in western North Carolina remain virtually isolated Monday, cut off from life-sustaining supplies and medical care, days after Hurricane Helene decimated large parts of the southeast.
There is no commercial or retail water available in our city.
The mayor of Weaverville finding a small window of cell phone service Monday morning. His town, like those nearby, in desperate need of things like water, food, fuel, and communications.
6,000 people have responded to a website we have where you can request to be hooked up with your missing family.
Many of the missing may be found when wireless service is restored, but a grim reality remains.
We've heard accounts of people seeing houses floating down the river with people in them. So we know that death toll will rise.
Hundreds of roads remain closed Monday with damage on a scale that could take years to repair. Historic and beloved towns, lakes, national parks, forever changed.
This is a demarcation line. It will be completely different going forward.
A message from President Joe Biden Monday. Help is coming.
I've directed my team to provide every available resource as fast as possible to your communities.
But for many storm victims right now, survival is hour by hour.
We don't know where we go from here. We don't know where everybody else goes from here.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
North Carolina's governor says the death toll will likely continue to climb this week as crews work their way through past flooded areas and collapsed roads.
Here in Texas, we haven't seen any kind of devastation that our neighbors on the East Coast have felt, but it's almost October and it's still very warm.
Yeah, Deja, it's so hot out there. Our weather anchor, Angelique Black, is here with a first look at what we can expect heading in tonight. Angelique.
Thanks, Chris. Well, current conditions as of right now is 92, and it definitely feels as if it's 92 degrees, okay? No strong wind, so we'll be okay there. But tonight, we're still floating with 82. We're definitely gonna be feeling the 82 as well. But you don't need your sweater, so you'll be all right. But going into tomorrow, around 6 a.m., you definitely wanna bring a sweater. It's going to be 63, and it's definitely gonna feel like that. So especially if you're gonna go out there to vote, make sure you have that sweater. Now, Deja, back to you on, is there anything on voting or registration?
If you're a UNT student who's still not registered to vote, there are some easy chances to do that before next week's deadline. The grassroots group Powered by the People started helping register voters early today outside the Student Union building on campus. The group will be back on there tomorrow through Thursday from 9 a.m. until 3 in the afternoon. The deadline and register to vote in Texas in year's election is next Monday, October 7th.
If you're voting here in Texas, 2 of the candidates near the top of your ballot will face off on the debate stage soon. Republican Senator Ted Cruz is running for a 3rd term, but he's facing a tough challenge from Democratic Congressman Colin Allred. The 2 men will debate here in North Texas on Tuesday, October 15th. Polls show this is a tight race with Cruz and Allred separated by only a point or 2. Next month's debate will take place exactly 3 weeks before an election day. And a debate is also happening on a national level. Tomorrow night, we'll get to hear from the nominees for Vice President. Democratic Tim Walz and Republican J.D. Vance will face off against each other in a high-stakes debate. CNN's Julia Benbrook has a look on how both men were selected as running mates and what they plan to bring to the table.
During a fast-tracked selection process, Vice President Kamala Harris chose Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. It was her first major decision at the top of the Democratic ticket.
Let us fight for the promise of our future.
On the campaign trail, the 60-year-old is leaning into his background as a teacher and a high school football coach, as well as his time in politics that spans almost 20 years, serving in Congress and as governor.
You look at Governor Walz, the reason why smart pick, the reason why he was picked is to bridge that cultural divide, to reach out to constituencies that the Democratic Party's had problems, reaching.
When it comes to former President Donald Trump's pick, he took his time and built suspense. After months of consideration, he selected Ohio Senator J.D. Vance.
But I'm thrilled to have a new friend and partner fighting by my side.
The 40-year-old has less debate experience, but has spent plenty of time in the national spotlight, coming on the political scene after writing a New York Times bestseller in 2016 and winning a crowded Senate primary in 2022.
The reason he was selected was to be the MAGA heir apparent. He was the one who was going to continue on the MAGA. So, of course, he's combative. He's aggressive. That's the style. He is reflective of the top of the ticket.
Reporting in New York, I'm Julia Benbrook.
This fall season has been quite eventful so far with all these big things going on. It's important to take a break and have some fun. Our live shot, Julia Ham, has just a place to go. Julia.
Thanks, Deja. So I'm here at the UNT Union at Oktoberfest, which is a festival that is celebrating It's a German festival that is celebrating the beginning of October. So Oktoberfest was actually started in 1810 with the marriage between a German princess and prince, and the couple decided to keep the tradition going annually, and now it is celebrated across the world. And right here at UNT, as we can see, it is getting started here. It's super crowded. We have a line for authentic German food, and for those who are 21 plus, they have free beer samples, as well as authentic German beer. In there, y'all might be able to hear there's a live polka band that is warming up as we speak, trying to speak over them right now. They will be getting started pretty soon, and I'll be here until 8, and so that is all I have for now. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Julia. It looks exciting out there. This year at the State Fair, you'll be able to save some money while still enjoying all the fun.
Many people may have the problems with their phones today, but we'll have more after the weather. Stay with us.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, just it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
all know that prices are just about everything have gone up, but in some cases quite a bit.
One of the biggest costs facing college students here in Denton is housing. ntTV's Avery Callens is in the studio with more. Avery?
So I have a quick question. Has your rent gone up in the past year? Well, students at UNT living both on and off campus are facing higher rental prices as Denton becomes one of the most expensive college towns in Texas to live. With not one but two universities operating in the already bustling suburban Denton area, how is this affecting students? Here is what I found.
Think about the size of Dallas, now of Austin and even Houston. Well, with that in mind, it might surprise you that Denton, Texas is the third most expensive place in the state of Texas for students to live.
Despite the University of North Texas priding itself on becoming the third largest public research university in Texas, its surrounding infrastructure has recently come into question.
Because that's really what it is. You know, they opened up the acceptance rate, and which meant more freshmen coming in, but they didn't do anything to prepare for that. So that's why, you know, all of them got pushed out, and they're the ones that got punished for it.
This is Sebastian Nava, a UNT alumni who worked as an RA in 2022. This is the same time UNT had to push a majority of its upperclassmen out of the dorms to fit its incoming freshman class.
I felt bad for all the upperclassmen because, you know, a lot of them need that place to stay in order, to feel more connected to campus.
Since then, the average rental price of student housing in Denton has risen to be above some of Texas's largest college towns. What's more is that according to the 2023 U.S. Census, Denton is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. During my interview with UNT's new president, Harrison Keller, I made sure to ask him about his thoughts on this issue.
So if you're thinking about like your traditional on-campus degree program, you know, there's a certain kind of infrastructure that needs to be there, as you alluded to. In your housing, we need more housing. We need better parking. We need to make sure that we've got the classroom facilities and we've got the kind of campus that's going to allow us to provide a world-class educational experience for all the students that are enrolled in those kinds of programs.
However, this year's enrollment has gone down as declared by President Harrison Keller in his first Faculty Senate meeting.
You know, you're forgetting these are, 19, 20-year-olds who lived at home their whole life. You know, the thought of, getting an apartment and paying rent and actually like, it can be a little bit, it can be anxiety filled.
This housing resource declined an interview, they did let me know that they are available to help students navigate the difficulties of becoming a new student renter. That's all I have here. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Avery. Well, even though your rent may be going up, there's still a way to save money and have fun. The State Fair is Texas is partnering up with North Texas Food Bank and offering discounts on admissions. This past weekend, fairgoers who donated 2 jars of peanut butter were able to enter in the fairgrounds for $10. The fair says it's collected 22,000 jars of peanut butter. If you missed out on the deal, don't worry. There are still ways to attend at a discount participating, and McDonald's or North Texas are offering $5 off coupon, and anyone who are arriving after 5 p.m. and only have to pay the cost of a child's ticket, which is $5. If you would still like to donate and can get in for $5 every Wednesday. Just bring about 5 canned good items. All those donations go to the North Texas Food Bank.
You know, Deja, I have been wondering, what is the best day to go to the State Fair?
Well, Chris, any day is a great day to go to the fair, but if you're looking for some sunshine, there won't be a problem this week. Our weather anchor, Angelique Black, is here to look at what the next few days will look like.
Well, thank you so much, Deja. All I have to say is congratulations, Texan, on making it through September's weather. Now the question is, what are we looking like for the first week of October? Well, let's talk about it. Over here right now for North Texas, we have 92 for Denton, 86 for McKinney, Sherman at 86 as well, Gainesville at 85 degrees, Graham is tying in with Fort Worth at 87. Now we have Paris right behind me going at 83 degrees as well. Going into our region right now, we still have Denton at 92, so we are in the lead for some toasty weather. Then you go ahead and have Abilene at 86, Amarillo at 87, El Paso 90 degrees. And we're gonna go to our 7-day forecast here. Now this is very exciting. As you know, for Tuesday, we are at 92 as the highest, 61 at the lowest. And Wednesday and Thursday, we will have 90 to 92 degrees, the highest, and the lowest is 64 degrees. Now this is exciting for me, guys, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, come on, that's Texas State Fair weather right there. We have low 90s, but it's looking great. Low is 63, excuse me, and for Monday at 58. Now understand, for Monday, yes, we'll go ahead and trickle down just a little bit, but understand, we'll still be cool, so we'll be fine on that part. Please know, it seems like for this week, we're gonna have pretty quiet weather, so we'll be all right. Now back to you at the desk.
If Verizon is your cell service provider, it's been a pretty frustrating day. Users here in North Texas and across the country have noticed their phones aren't getting any service.
Thanks, Chris. I'm standing outside a retailer for Verizon here in Denton. The telecom giant suffered a widespread outage this morning. More than 100,000 of its users across the country reported that they did not have cell phone service. Many of these users said that their phones were on SOS mode, preventing them from making phone calls or receiving and sending text messages. Verizon has been updating users on its social media platforms. The company says its engineers are making progress and that service is starting to be restored. Those engineers are working around the clock, but we don't know yet when this problem will be fully resolved. If your service has been affected, be sure to check out Verizon's website so that you can receive updates on the status of these repairs. That's all I have for you guys today. It's back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Elizabeth. We'll be checking back in on October's Fest at the end of the show.
And Denton has a new look this Halloween. We'll have more after the break.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounce checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break?
No.
Denton's staple costume shop, Rose Costumes, made its way to the heart of the square in July. Let's check out how they're adjusting to their new home. Starting out as a resale store in 1976, Rose's Costumes grew to be so much more than a store to play dress up. It has become a must-see whenever passing through Denton.
I mean, we literally cater to hundreds of schools, and the amount of students that come in here it's pretty cool, honestly, because we're a safe space for them. If you were ever a theater student, you know that sometimes you're the one who got picked on at school and things of that nature. When you come here, you're literally in the best place you could possibly be for them.
They recreate scenes from pop culture like Sweeney Todd's Barbershop, Belle's Ballroom, and even original set designs like a fallout shelter to accompany costumes you can buy or rent. The costume shop was greatly affected by the quarantine, being disconnected from their customers. In order to survive, the shop had to find another way to connect to the community.
We realized we have all this fabric. We aren't able to let people in. There aren't any theater shows happening, and we have people who can make masks and patterns and reach out and see who needs these. And we had an opportunity to help, and we didn't want to make money off of it. We just wanted to make sure that people could be safe in a time that was really scary.
Beginning on Fry Street, the shop has now made its home on the square.
The bones of it, I think, and all the history that's here, even the ceiling tiles, it's all very, very old from the late 1800s, early 1900s. It already had so much character. So it was just inspiring immediately.
With Halloween season slowly creeping up, Rose Costume Shop is here to help you not just look the part, but also feel the part. You can rent out costumes just like this one and look your best. Nestor said the shop has been thriving since their move to Oak Street, so much so they even brought back their thrift section.
Costumes can't get much better than Rose's, and with the Halloween right around the corner, Denton's Halloween extravaganza is off to a start.
Our live shot reporter, Maddie Holston, is in the Denton Square to tell you more about the daily celebrations this fall. Maddie?
Thanks, guys. The beloved holiday of Halloween is almost near, and tomorrow marks both the first day of October and the activities for the Denton community. This will be kicked off tomorrow at the North Texas Ghostbusters headquarters, formerly known as the Discover Denton Visitor Center. The official ceremony is tomorrow, October 1st at 11 a.m. This will kick off events throughout the whole month with activities for those of all ages, including the Blocktober Party, the Pumpkin Drop, and more. The city of Denton brings residents, local businesses, and city officials together as an innovative way to introduce.
Now I've been trying to
get my hands on the Dallas Cowboys tickets, but I just can't seem to find the right price in my range.
Yes, I know sales have been going up, but our sports anchor Jordan Lindsay will let us know if you can get our hands on some tickets.
Thanks, guys. UNT football is winning and ticket sales are starting to rise. I'll provide you with the news after the break.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and it's hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up.
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
The Mean Green faced off against Tulsa this past Saturday. The Mean Green started off down 3-0, but then they started to catch on fire, scoring 38 unanswered points. Quarterback Chandler Morris threw for 439 yards and 5 touchdowns. The football team will now head into the bye week with a 4-1 record. Wins are not the only thing that's going up in football. Ticket sales are also on the rise because of the team's great start.
Ticket sales are on the rise since football season started. This season, Daku Stadium was able to reach a crowd of about 28,000, nearly twice the fans from last season's 17,000. UNT student Brian Beltran talks about why Daku Stadium creates such a great environment.
It's the students, the alumni, the fans, it's just
everyone brought together so they're able to enjoy not just football but the school. So it's very fun to attend, see other alumni there from different years, and having overall a great experience.
As Daku Stadium grows in attendance, ticket offices are becoming busy every day. Sean Blackburn, Assistant Director of Ticket Sales, talks about how busy the offices have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely always busy, and that's how we like it, because, you know, that means we're doing something right. That means our football team is doing something right. They're winning games. People want to come out and they want to spend their Saturdays with us. So, I mean, definitely in those weeks leading up to our home games, it's a busy time, especially around these days. A lot of calls, a lot of emails coming in, but we've got a great team that stays on top of everything, and makes sure that we are handling and helping any fan that we can out, because we know we're busy for a reason. Like, these people are interested in coming out to the game, and they want to spend their weekends with us in some capacity. So it's definitely busy, but like I said, it's fun.
Team winning like they are, I never hesitate to grab a ticket to watch some mean green football. That is all I have for sports. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. The festivities are just getting started at the Student Union here on campus.
Let's check back with Julia Ham, who's there live to see how the celebration has picked up. Julia.
Almost. Thanks, guys. So we are back here at Oktoberfest, and I'm actually here with two German students that have been at the festival for a little while, here with Jenny and Kai. So I was going to ask them a couple questions about their experience so far. So what have y'all liked the most about this year's Oktoberfest?
Oh my gosh, they have so much free merch and like all these photo booths. It's definitely really well done. It feels like a real Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I think the music has been really good, and also the food. We were really excited about the food.
Cool. And have y'all ever been to an Oktoberfest before? Like, is this your first one, or are you like seasoned festival goers?
I went to this same event a couple years ago, but I went to Munich this summer, and I saw like where the actual Oktoberfest grounds are. So really similar for sure.
I actually haven't been before. This has been my first one. So.
Cool. And I guess, what are y'all most looking forward to for the rest of the night?
Definitely gonna check out some of these free goodies around and listen to some good German music.
Yeah, same here for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank y'all so much. Have a great rest of your time here. I'm so excited to go back and join them at the rest of Oktoberfest, get some of that food, maybe some beverages, who's to say, and that is all I have for y'all today. Back to y'all at the desk.
I'm actually so jealous of Julia right now. That hat was cute.
I know.
Well, as always, thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here at North Texas Television.